Hello and welcome to a new episode of Score Sheet. Today we are going to concentrate mainly on football, as we are going to have a quick look at what happened not only in the past 7 days but in the past few weeks, as we do have a lot of events. And we are going to shed light more on the many prizes which were won by our king, by our pharaoh Mo Salah. We are going to speak about the honor which Egypt grabbed by being the one who is going to be responsible for the CAN 2019, the African Cup of Nations. We are going to speak a lot about what's going on the football arena. And we are going to take a quick look at other sports, but football is going to be the lion's share. Right after the short break, we are going to be back, so stay tuned only on Nile TV International. Mo Salah. Mo Salah, I think, is going to be the source of pride not only for Egyptians but for Africans, for the Arabs, for the Middle East, and maybe for even all the fans of football worldwide. Best player in Africa for the second time in a row. The best in Liverpool this month and the best in many places. This is going to be our first item which we are going to focus on. And we do have, as I said, a lot of other items. But before we start, let me first welcome my dear guest live here in the studio, my sports analyst of this episode of Score Sheet, Mr. Samir Hassan. Hello, sir.
Hello. I'm glad to be with you today.
And as I said, we are going to start with Mo Salah.
Okay.
Mo Salah, as I said, also the best African player for the second year in a row. And his competitors were not that easy whenever it comes to Sadio Mane or Aubameyang. We are talking also about talented players. Yeah. But Salah, I think it's his talent, it's his charisma, it's his way to deal with people, it's the way he is dealing with Jurgen Klopp, and Jurgen Klopp is dealing with him, is his participation with the national team in many competitions, many factors. How do you see this, and how do you see, in your opinion, your evaluation of the activities of Salah, which took him to the prize for the second year in a row?
Yeah. If we talk about Salah, do you know that Salah deserves this award, really? And at the same time, if we compare Salah with others in competition, it's like Aubameyang and Sadio Mane, you find that it's like Aubameyang, we find that he was a scorer in Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund before moving to Arsenal. Okay?
And he's very young.
Yeah.
He's very young. He's the youngest, and he still has a lot to introduce
he needs more
in the coming
experience.
future.
Yeah. And if we look to Sadio Mane, we find Sadio Mane that he lead Senegal to the World Cup. It's okay, and at the same time he is important.
Same with Salah.
Yeah, it's like. In the same time, do you know that Sadio Mane important player in Liverpool as well?
Yeah.
But if we go to Salah, you find Salah, do you know that, lead Egypt to World Cup.
Number one.
Salah lead Egypt to, do you know that, Africa qualifiers. I think that he is the best scorer in Premier League. He was in competition, hard competition with Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and in same time he is, do you know that, the best player in Premier League as well. Do you know that he lead Liverpool to final Champions League. It's the first time from more than 10 years. Liverpool in the final Champions League. I think it's something like that. It's
heavyweight issue, yeah.
Yeah. And same time, do you know that at the end, Mo Salah was in competition with Luka Modric and Cristiano Ronaldo to get, the best player in the world. And Aubameyang and Sadio Mane was out for this competition.
Tell me
So
something,
that's
sir.
logic.
This competition or this prize in specific, I'm sorry to say that, but I lost respect to it when they had given Sergio Ramos a prize. How the hell Sergio Ramos can be awarded with a prize while he was and he is still behaving this way on the pitch with others? Of course, I'm referring to what he did with Mo Salah and with the very bad, serious, severe injury which took place after the bad tackling of Sergio Ramos against Salah.
All of us.
So this is a little bit, I don't know if this is political, if this has something to do with the emotions and feelings of the jurors or those who are going to give it. But here, I think the competition was fair, or at least it was at least equal.
Yeah. In same time, do you know that if we talk about Mo Salah, about this, all of these activities, Salah, I think definitely Salah deserves this award.
Number
to be
one.
the best player in Africa. Okay. In same time, if we look to Salah, it's fine that it's second time to get it
In a row.
Respectively. Second time, I think that it's not happened to any players in North Africa. North Africa. Do you know that before? I know Yaya Touré got it. I think it's about 4 times before. Okay, and I think that here in Egypt, El Khatib before 1 time got it before.
And he deserved it.
It was long time.
Long ago. But sir, many were hesitant or were skeptic or were in doubts before the awarding ceremony, because Salah in this season he was not that great as he was in the start of the last season. He had some ups and downs, and he was not scoring for when there is a scorer like Salah, everyone expects that he is going to score in every single match. And in every single match, if not once, then it's twice, then it's a hat-trick. How many assists Salah did give. Whenever the start of this season was not at the one before, many thought that, maybe this is going to take the attention of the jurors to go to another player like Sadio Mane, for example.
Do you know that as player, not all time in the same level, same standards. Okay, so that I think Salah started this season. It's not. You can say it's not enough to be at like last season, but now I think that he moved to increase his standard from time to time, so that he is now. I think that Salah, if Salah continue at the same way, do you know that? Inshallah, he will get that.
And he be the top scorer once again, and to continue the same way. And if you permit me to say so, sir, Salah, by the start of this season, was in a very bad psychic state after the Egyptian performance in the World Cup. What happened in Russia was not easy for Salah. And second thing, that he was still suffering from the injury he had. So
sure.
Do you think that these things were factors behind the relatively poor start for Salah?
Maybe it's
Took some time?
Sometimes. And after that, I think that he repaired to his standard, his level. And now I find Salah, I think yesterday against Brighton.
The sole goal and the sole goal.
And same
the
time,
sole goal.
Do you know
ended
that?
1-0.
And the match before, do you know that?
Same issue.
Same issue. So that I think that Salah now.
And it was a penalty, and he had a superb shot.
Do you know that? And at the same time, he concentrate in the penalty. And same time, do you know that club? I think that
this was my coming question. How do you see the role of Jurgen Klopp at Salah's career in Liverpool?
That's right. Do you know that Salah started before with Basel in Switzerland? Okay, his first step of Salah. Okay, and after that, do you know that when Salah moved to be in Manchester United, I think is that with
Fiorentina, Roma.
Chelsea. Okay, I talk about the period of Chelsea with Mourinho.
Wow.
Do you know that? Salah.
I don't want to remember it.
No. I remember it very well. But in same time, if you remember Salah, I think that maybe participated to 15 minutes, something like that, at the end of the game, and he scored. After that, I think that from us, okay, as team, I think that Salah should start the next match. Salah didn't start. So that it's not good to play. So that, do you know that if you, I think, remember his period in Fiorentina?
Yeah, sure.
And
In the
Roma,
Italian,
it's good.
in the Serie A in
Yeah,
general.
it's good.
Yeah.
After that, when he moved to Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp, that he find it's good, Salah, and I think that's Klopp can trade with him, with Salah. I think that, and I know that this season he treated with Salah more than the last season. Because Salah need more.
He needed
and
more support,
yeah,
especially
more
by the start
support.
of the season.
Okay,
Yeah?
it's very important to Salah and it's very important to the player. I think that to keep him with you, and in same time, do you know that the physical of the player, I think maybe change it from time to time.
Sure.
Yeah, so that you should treat it with God, and I think that he is now in Liverpool. Salah stability now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jurgen Klopp is very smart. He's very intelligent, and he knew well how to deal with his players. Not only with Salah, by the way, but when you see even his posts on Shaqiri, on Sadio Mane, on everyone, or Firmino, you are gonna find he has such a certain way to deal with his players. But sir, let's return back to Salah and to the rumors or the media reports which were said about his move to Real Madrid. And there were so many voices who were saying or urging Salah, oh, move. It's the royal club, the Los Blancos. Now there is such a place after Cristiano Ronaldo moved to the Juves in the Serie A. How do you see this, and how do you see the reaction of Salah to say, no, I'm going to continue with Liverpool, at least for the time being?
Yeah, do you know, I think Salah finds himself in Liverpool, I think, and he need, I think many seasons with Liverpool, and after that maybe he can, I think, move to Real Madrid, for example.
Yeah.
Do you know that? And I think the time of Real Madrid before, do you know that, concentrate about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I think after Cristiano moved to France, we find that Real Madrid now, I think that's
moving down,
and is poor team now. All of us.
I mean, I would object of the word poor.
Yeah, no, you know,
because the word
Madrid,
poor
you know
is
that,
very
I
heavy.
think that, do you know
but
that
yet,
one of the biggest teams.
Let's say Real Madrid with Cristiano Ronaldo is not the same Real Madrid without.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that with Solari now, do you find that his new coach, it's good in same time take, I think, 2-3 matches, and after that drop. Do you know that we didn't use Real Madrid like this?
Yeah, sure.
All time we know Real Madrid to take the track, okay? I think to go ahead all time. And do you know that the other teams? But now do you know that Real Madrid, if you compare it with Barcelona, you find Real Madrid.
Or even Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid is doing also great
the same.
in La Liga. But this is going to take us once again to Mohamed Salah, because here we are talking about the maestro.
Yeah, that's
when there is a maestro there, when there is someone who can take the attention of others and who would be the main focus of the rivals, oh, take care of this guy, this is the main source of danger. For example, this is going to take us to Mohamed Salah or Mo Salah with the Egyptian national team. How do you see Mo Salah under Aguirre rather than Mo Salah under Cooper? And by the way, congratulations to Cooper, because today Uzbekistan did great and they found their way into the Asian competition with a 4-0 victory. So congratulations to Hector Cooper. We are not going to forget that he led us to the World Cup after 29 years. I'm sorry, sir, for the interruption.
It's good to congratulate him about this much. Okay, and same time, do you know that with Aguirre, do you know that Salah, I think he finds himself and the other players as well. You know, since do you know the Cooper, do you know that he was concentrate about defense more?
Defensive.
Yeah, more than do you know that attacks and do you know that strikers or something like that. So that maybe Aguirre, I think that it's a limited time now. It's not enough. I think he need more time.
Till the time being?
With Aguirre.
With Aguirre.
Yeah, with Aguirre.
I mean,
think
don't you consider that the match against Tunisia was a real test for Aguirre?
Yeah, I think, do you know that Aguirre need more time with our national team.
Need more time to what, sir? To give us a more detailed idea about his tactics, or
His
to have,
attacks.
or to have another quick look at the way or his will to choose who from our local base, because the nationals, the internationals are internationals.
Yeah.
But the local based are a riddle.
Yeah.
And there are so many sports critics who are all the time asking why he took this and why he left that. And this is normal, I think.
I think for the all coaches and managers all over the world, you know that I think that's happened. Mm-hmm. It's happened in many states and countries. It's happened like that all time. Why he leaves this player and when he's will take this one or something like that. And same time, do you know that I think that Aguirre and he is, do you know that is supporter in the manager. Okay.
The assistants?
In the management, the assistants. I think they may help him about the all players, okay, in the local clubs here in Egypt, okay, and I think that he can concentrate about the players which would like to.
What you're saying exactly is what Hani Ramzi said.
Yeah.
Of course, the great Egyptian coach who is one of the assistants of Aguirre, totally responsible for our national team, he said it. He said, whenever we did not ask a player to join this camp, this does not mean that we are not having our eyes on him. Maybe he is going to rejoin once again in another camp.
Second steps or something like that. Yeah, and it's happened. Yeah, it's good.
When I was asking about Mo Salah under Aguirre, because when I was watching him, I don't know why I felt that he is more free.
Yeah.
He had his space. He knew how to deal with others. Now he had people whom he can even understand by the eye looks.
Yeah.
This is what I felt. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
Do you know? Yeah, I agree with you, really. And in the same time, do you know that if you remember, during the period of Cooper, do you know that the all fans of Egypt said that, do you know that the all team defense, okay, and most, okay, and do you know that Salah only in the front, forward, and do you know that I think that they should hit the ball, and after the Salah will go from to the all positions in attacks. It's happened with Cooper before. Do you know that? But now you find many players can, I think, that to do attack. We have find many strikers, many attackers.
Many strikers?
Yeah. Yeah. Because before...
I'm going to take this from you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to speak about those many strikers we have, I hope.
Okay.
And I wish that we do have a lot of strikers. We are going to list them, but right after this. We are going to watch one of the fans of Mohamed Salah who is speaking himself about Salah and about how he is a fan of Tottenham, for example, but he wants Liverpool to be on top. Because of who? Because of Mo Salah. This is coming right from Britain as we speak. Stay tuned.
My name is Maurice Ubari. I live in United Kingdom, just outside London, and working in the city. And I'm very, very keen in watching the football, especially the Premiership in the United Kingdom. As you can see now, I'm watching the game of Arsenal versus West Ham. But overall, what I was going to say is when it comes to the football Premiership in UK, you know, there's one team you have to be proud of in watching, especially one person whose name is Mo Salah, who plays for Liverpool. He's extremely talented player. And I always have a joy to watch him, you know, whether in the Premiership or in Champions League, and I'm very, very glad to say that he's one of the best players actually in the world, if not compared to the other players, you know. And he's so sensible. He's very, very simple, very normal, very dedicated, and he fully enjoys his football. So I hope that Liverpool actually will win the league this year, you know. I am a supporter of Tottenham, so I hope Liverpool wins and Tottenham will finish second then Man City third, you know. And Viva Mohamed Salah, he's one of the best players in Egypt and in the world. And I hope he deserves really to get any medals that exist in world of football, you know, because he's a nice gentleman, very, very nice gentleman.
Welcome back. I'm going to take it from here, sir.
Yeah.
We do have many strikers.
No, do you know that talk about the Aguirre, I think should prepare many strikers. It's like Salah before. Do you know, Marwan Mohsin, I think that he need more time, I think, but I think the injuries, I think, interrupt him.
And he was
from
injured
time.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Al Ahly with the Vita Club 2-0 match, and we hope that this is going to continue the same way. It was a scoreless draw for Zamalek and Tanja today in the Confederations Cup, and we're going to tackle them in en passant like that, because we do have a lot of other issues to focus on, sir.
Yeah. You know that, so that we, I think Aguirre need to prepare many strikers. Now, I think, as you know that his plan, I think they concentrate about attackers, okay? So that we need more strikers. As we said before about, you know, Mahmoud Ala, I think that
a top scorer of the Egyptian Premier League is a defender.
Zamalek, he is a scorer.
Mahmoud Ala of Zamalek is a defender, and he is one of the top scorers with 9 goals at the moment.
Yeah.
But sir, is it the job of Aguirre to prepare the strikers, or is it the job of Aguirre to pick a well-prepared striker from the locally based, if we do have some?
I think we face this problem in our clubs in Egypt, irrespective of, do you know, that the strikers. All time, do you know, that top teams and top clubs in Egypt asked about the striker from out, from, do you know that, from South Africa or something like that. If you, I think that you, now Al Ahly asked for Giraldo, yeah, from Angola, okay. And Zamalek before...
Al Ahly ended Hamdi Fathi's deal today from MP, by the way.
MP.
And this is the number 7 deal for Al Ahly. And I hope that this is going to replace the many injuries Al Ahly had previously or in the past few weeks, because this is something which is another riddle. For example, yesterday, Hisham Mohammed and Marwan Mohsen, they both also suffered serious injuries in the back muscle and in the front muscle, I mean, respectively, I think. And this is something which I really cannot understand, and I don't know how a team or a big club like Al Ahly cannot find a medical staff to take care of his players better than that. Sir?
Do you know that for this point, do you know, we have some injury, it's coming by the way, okay? But in same time, some injury maybe it's coming from, see, I can say it's not good respect of the training or something like that.
Fitness coach, sir.
Fitness, okay? Yeah. So that, if we talk about, do you know that Mohamed Mahmoud, do you know that he has, I think that he has, I think that Croatian ligament or some, and cartilage or something like that.
The ACL, you mean?
Yeah, that's Ahly.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay, that it's by the way. Okay,
okay.
But
this is accidental.
Yeah, accidental. But
about the fitness
issue, it's another thing.
And nutrition.
And all people talk about the, maybe it's respect of the treatment or the medicine Ahly or something like that. I think, and many players now in Ahly, I think that out of the squad.
Because of injuries.
Yeah. So that it's not good for Ahly to like that. And Ahly, I think that have new deals. I think many new deals.
I hope so. We hope so that this is going to take place that soon.
Do you know that like this injury of Mohamed Mahmoud, I think it's need more than 3 months or 4 months.
From 3 to 6. This is anterior cruciate ligament. You know, this is an ACL issue.
It's not easy. And we hope to enjoy to will be recovered.
My director is saying about 8 months.
8 months, okay. I know that it's, you know that...
because it's not only an ACL, it's very complicated more than that.
Complicated, it's okay. So that may be more than 4 months.
You know, this happened with Amr Gamal, this happened with Ahmed Higazi twice, this happened with many of our players. But as you've kindly mentioned, sir, these accidental issues, it's okay.
Yeah.
But about the fitness things, about the nutrition things, this needs a new deal with a completely different medical team to take care of Al Ahly. How do you see, sir, the transfer window? And how do you see the deals which were signed, whether by Al Ahly, Al Zamalek, Al Ismaili, even as Al Ismaili yesterday, I think 2 days ago. It was
Ismaili, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, it was not a good start or a good continuation
Against,
for
Mazembe.
Tepe Mazembe, for Al Ismaili in the African competition against Tepe Mazembe. It ended 2-0. And in this match in specific, it was not only about the result, it was about the performance. Number one, they lost or they missed a penalty, let's say that, and they received 2 goals in 3 minutes.
Yeah. You know, if we talk about new deals in Ahli, it's like new players like Hassan Shahat, Yasser Ibrahim, I think that from Samoha,
Hamdi Fathi today.
Giraldo, yeah, and Hamdi Fathi today from MB.
From MB.
And Ramadan Sobhi.
Returning back.
Return
to
back,
Al Ahly.
okay. And Mahmoud Wahid, okay.
Okay.
And Mohamed Mahmoud as well. Okay.
Of
I think
Wali
about new deals of Ahli.
Yeah.
I think most of them that's already in Ahli now. For Zamalek only, I think Khalid Boutayeb. It's from Turkish team.
It was only
Morocco.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
It ended 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, but
Or let's say it was, announced. They were in deals and in negotiations, and it ended only 2 days ago or something.
Yeah. But for Khalid Boutayeb, I don't know that he didn't join for today match or some. No,
not yet.
Okay, not yet for him. I think that, and in the same time, you know, that if we talk about Ahli and Zamalek in Champions League, African Champions League, we find that Ahli, I think that get good result yesterday. Okay, it's 2-0.
Al Ahly in the African Champions League and Zamalek in the Confederation Cup.
Yeah. Okay, and Ismaili in Champions League as well. Ahli, I think that got good result too.
Against Veta yesterday?
Yeah, against. I think that's good start. I think to win. I think that I think that when you play in group, I think it's good to start with win. Okay, if you win, I think it's good. 3 points, you understand me? Although I said that Ahli need more harmony between the players, new players and old, and need more time, I think, to be Ahli as we know Ahli before. In respect of Zamalek today, Zamalek, I think, good result, but in the same time, I find Zamalek can...
Against Tanja, it was a good result to end
0-0.
in a scoreless
It's
draw.
okay, but you know that as you know, that's coming from 2 matches. I think that Zamalek can win in next match, and in same time, as told you that Zamalek can
Tanja itself, sir,
win this match today because I think
easily.
yeah, because you know that Zamalek, what happened? I think in the second time you find Zamalek. I think that good defense for nothing.
And there was no harmony among the Tanja players. Tanja players came from 3 consecutive matches, 2 defeats and 1 draw. They came out from the African Champions League, so they were not that good. You know, the last win for Tanja was on the 16th of December.
Yeah, it's a long time. And same time, do you know that I think each one of us when watch match knows that Zamalek. I think that Zamalek can, I think, win very easy. Okay, but in same time, as told you, if you watch the match, you find Zamalek. I think that gets control for the match, but at the end it's 0-0. And I find our coach, okay.
This was my coming question about Gross.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why Gross does not like to have changes, substitutes.
Yeah, I think I changed one.
He sticks to
Obama,
the 11 players, and that's it. And, I mean, this is general with him.
Yeah.
I mean, in my humble opinion, whenever you do have a good coach, he would read the match in the first 20 minutes or half an hour to know what substitutes or what changes he is going to do in the second game, in the second 45 minutes, I mean.
Yeah.
With Gross, I don't know why he always postpones the changes.
The chance for a long time.
Maybe he
until
never
the end
had
of second time.
And maybe he never had the 3.
Yeah,
Only one
I
or
think
two,
that's,
and this is a phenomenon. This is phenomenal.
Yeah. I think that, especially today match, you find all people said that the same, which you talk about. I think that it won only Obama replaced to Ibrahim Hassan, I think, at the end of
Ibrahim
the
Hassan, yes.
second
And many
time.
were thinking that Mohamed Ibrahim is going to be substituted because he had one yellow card.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's correct. So that I think it's my feeling that he is afraid. I don't know why. Because he continues the same. So that he don't like to win, okay? Or he don't like to get risk. Don't
Risk
like
of who?
exposure. You understand? Okay, with Tanga, it's not easy
Okay,
because
Tanga-
Gross is
Tanga are going
the
to be
first
here.
time with the Mali Confederation, so that he said that I would like to be in this
Tomorrow
track.
is another day, and we are going to see. And the second leg is going to take place on the 19th of January in Burj Al Arab Stadium here
yeah.
in Egypt next week, exactly next Sunday,
Next
inshallah.
Sunday.
And we hope that this is going to be a good omen
Inshallah.
for El
Inshallah.
Zamalek.
Inshallah.
We are going to turn back to the African Cup of Nations and this big competition which is going to take place here in Egypt. But right after the short break, we are going to turn back and we are going to enjoy the legends of Africa in the field of sports. And then we are going to turn back to speak about CAN 2019 in Egypt. So stay tuned only on Nile TV International, always for more. I loved it when Mohamed Salah ended the list of the bundle of the African legends. Mr. Samir, well, Morocco withdrew, and we did it. We clinched this file. We grabbed the honor of organizing the African Cup of Nations here in Egypt. This is going to take place in less than 6 months from now, and it's going to be an occasion to say how Egypt is capable of doing this, and this is going to remind us with what happened in 2006, and we hope that the same story which happened with El Ma'allim, or the
Hassan
master,
Shahata.
Hassan Shahata, who was then responsible for our national team, to grab once again this title and to have also won as the best player. It was Hosni Abdurrabbu by then.
Before, yeah.
Or the Caesar, Al-Qaisar of
Yeah.
the Egyptian Samba. We hope that this is going to happen on the football arena or in the performance or in our national team. But about the organization, how do you expect this is going to happen? What's our homework? What should we do? How should we propagate for the big event?
Okay, for this event, I find that it's a good opportunity to Egypt, I think that. And at the same time, we are in a challenge about this event, okay? I find, as Egypt, I think that we can say something to the world by this event. I think that, and same time, do you know that this event will encourage us about, that to improve our tourism, our economy, we talk to the world about our security, we are safe. I think that, and all people can come to enjoy, but we need, that the management of this championship should, I think, work from today, not today, I think that from the day which appoint Miss Egypt.
That's what happens, sir.
Yeah, it's happened. I think that all committees, I think that, and all of us join together, I think that, to succeed this event in Egypt. It's from all people, not, that appoint people or something like that. All people, I think that, work together for it. In same time, I would like to advise about, that our accommodation needs good. Respect, although, I think when we, I think, get the session to organize this event, it's too late, but I think we have time to do, okay? I think we have good accommodation, respect of hotels, service, everything. It's good in Egypt. And in same time, in respect of Egypt for this event, I prefer just to get stadium in Hurghada or Sharm el-Sheikh. But I think that it's not a stadium in Hurghada and Sharm el-Sheikh. It's ready to receive.
And there is in Bani Suef.
Yeah. I think
and the one in Bani Suef, by the way, is great, but the accommodation there is not that good.
Yeah.
And this is going to be solved.
I think we
Tell you what,
we
sir.
choose, I think,
Today,
8 stadiums, yeah?
9,
That's about,
as far as I know. But as you've kindly mentioned, Mr. Samir, we already started from scratch, and we started from the very same moment, not day. We had this honor. Today, there was a very important meeting between His Excellency Minister of Sports and Youth, Dr. Ashraf Sobhi, and Mr. Hani Abu Rida, the Egyptian of the EFA, or the Egyptian Football Association. And it was revealed after that there is going to be 2 committees. The higher committee, which is going to be headed by His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, and the second committee is the executive committee, which is going to be headed by Mr. Hani Abu Rida, the EFA president, and each are going to be all the time correlated to plan and execute on the ground the decisions immediately and on the ground, and to be followed all the time by those executives. Sir, this is an issue.
yeah.
But the other issue that there were voices which were asking the Egyptian Premier League to be cancelled the second season. Why? Because these stadiums which we are talking about, they should be completely closed and given to the committees for the maintenance, for the security procedures, for everything. But it was said today that this is not going to happen, and Mr. Amir Hussein, I hope that God's going to be with him in the coming period, the head of the competitions committee in the EFA, he is going to press on with the same issue to succeed with the second season of the Egyptian Premier League, and in the same time to succeed with the organization and the management of the African Cup of Nations. How do you see this? I mean, are you with the voice of cancelling the second season of the EPL, the Egyptian Premier League, or no, we can continue on both?
I think, and before I know that Dr. Ashraf Sobhi said that, I read it in newspaper, said that, that the Egyptian League, it's not cancelled this time, okay? And I know that very well, and Dr. Ashraf Sobhi said that, okay? So that I think that for, I am with the second opinion, not cancel, and to continue. Do you know that? And I think that in same time, as told you, that we are in challenge about this event.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
We hope that this is going to end well. And speaking about challenges, we do have a lot of challenges, but we do have people here in Egypt who can conquer any challenge. The Special Olympics. The Egyptian Special Olympics are really doing great. And recently, there were medical programs which were conducted and were made by volunteers from many medias, by the way. And our camera was there to see what happened and see the conclusions and to see how those people are really conquering and can pass over any challenge. We are going to watch the most important events which took place with the Egyptian Special Olympics, and we are going to turn back, so stay tuned. In cooperation with the Ministries of Social Solidarity, Health and Population, the Egyptian Special Olympics held their first annual conference on the medical programs for the Special Olympic Games of Egypt under the title of Health is Wealth.
It was a great day today to be able to recognize all our partners in the medical program for Special Olympics Egypt. During 2018, we managed to have a complete checkup for more than 1,000 from intellectual disabled children in different areas. So today it was a final day for the medical program. We actually thanks everybody who helped us to do this medical program during 2018, hospitals, pharmacies, doctors from different specialties. And actually, we asked them to continue in 2019 and even to do more for our children with intellectual disability.
We are proud today, very proud with what's going on the real life with the campaigns, the health campaigns that they conducted to the special needs in all over the governorates and all over Egypt, because those champions actually they are in deep need and in need to the support in health. And also a psychological support just to be champions. It's not only the physical exercise that they do to achieve their medals. So we support them today with this campaigns, health campaigns, with the support of all those doctors that contribute and volunteers and volunteer also to these campaigns. We are really proud with what's going on, and especially we have the support of the president. It's something very important. We have to capitalize on it. We have a special interest from the president to those special needs. And he has really a great interest in them. So we have to support them all together for the benefits.
The conference was attended by a number of high-ranking officials, ministers, media figures, and volunteers, doctors who were participating in the initiatives to take care of a big number of Special Olympic players and their families. With those smiles, we end this episode of Score Sheet. But before we go, let me say thank you to my dear guest, Mr. Samir Hassan. Mr. Samir, thank you very much for being with us.
For your time.
Well, by this, we come to the end of this episode of Score Sheet. We'll meet again same time on Nile TV International. On behalf of Dr. Mohamed Rabia, Amr Fathallah, the staff of our Studio 35, and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman from Cairo, from the Egyptian capital. Peace be upon you all, or Assalamu alaikum.